Yesterday, I did a TED Talk, and my quote that hit the audience between the eyes was this: the trigger is the match. The loop is the fire. The trigger is the reaction. The loop is the thing that keeps employees frustrated, angry, upset, blaming, complaining for a long time. In other words, they stay stuck in that loop. If you're a leader that deals with sometimes negative or frustrated employees, stick with me. I'm going to show you exactly how to move them from frustration to being more productive. Just recently, I was working with a manager of a very large construction company, and she leads about 12 employees on her team. She says, Michael, I'm always a positive person, and my team is so negative or consistently frustrated, and it drives me crazy. In fact, when I see them frustrated, I walk around and just tell them, think positive or just be positive. And every time they just look at me in disgust. They get even angrier, and I'm not sure why. She goes, maybe I'm part of the problem. I'm like, well, maybe you are. She has to learn some other approaches. And that's really the point of this video segment, to give you some additional tools beyond just be positive in order to help employees shift. My full TED Talk's title was Choice Mindset versus Positive Attitude, Your New Path Forward. Choice mindset means that even when something hits you and shit happens, that we have a choice, that we can shift to a more productive path, even if we don't like the situation. And that's key as a leader, to learn how to do that in the organization in real time. So as we go through this, I'm going to hit 4 categories of questions, and each one of these categories will help you and help your team to move from that frustration to being more productive. The first one is just starting with the why, getting to the root of the problem, taking some time with your employees to show them that you care about why they're being frustrated. In this case with the leader, there was tremendous amount of changes to systems and processes, changes within the team and roles and responsibilities. The company was growing immensely, and so therefore more and more workload was coming on top of them. So of course they were stressed out, overwhelmed, and frustrated. Yet as she brings them into a meeting and takes the time to understand what's going on with them, that in itself does wonders to helping them to start to shift, because they see that she understands, she empathizes, she cares, and solutions can be created collaboratively. Another one is, quite frequently, the leader wants to be the problem solver. There's a paradox. If you solve all the problems, you are part of the problem, because you have to be the one that everyone goes to. Frequently, we have the knowledge and expertise as leaders. You have that knowledge and expertise, and so you want to do it. That's really more about ego. Stop doing it. Bring that back to the employees and ask them each time, what would you do in this situation? Why would that be important? How would it impact the team, the customer, the organization? As you get to those elements and help them to solve their own problems, you do not have to be the part or the problem solver or part of the problem itself. Number 3, you actually have to, as a leader, help people shift. And what that means is, when people are frustrated, acknowledge it. Say, I understand this is upsetting, this is frustrating. I see this was another change that's happened here within the last 2 weeks. Recognize it, understand how people are thinking and feeling. And then again, ask a series of questions. Okay, what can we do about it now? What choices do we have? What else can we do? How do we look at this from another perspective? Where else do we need to get support? What do we need to prioritize? What's productive or unproductive? In fact, they can actually be frustrated and still make a choice and get unstuck. They can hold both of those emotions simultaneously. Do not always expect people to be positive if they're really overwhelmed. To show them they can still move forward on a productive path. And the last one is, you really need to help people to own it, own their own mindset. So as you ask them those questions on all the other 3 layers, they learn to own their mindset, but more importantly, they own their own action plan, their own behaviors that are taking place. And when that happens, they even take more of the responsibility moving forward. So as they come up with their own solutions, you can say, love it. Go ahead and take action on that. Come back to me in a couple weeks. Let me know how it goes. I'm here to support you if you can't, or if you need more support. That really helps people to own their own path forward. They don't come to you with the problems. They recognize what can be done themselves. Now, all four of these overlap with each other. Each one of them will have a different impact on each team member, yet they will move from frustration to productivity so much quicker than just running around saying, hey, just be positive. Instead, what choice do we have now? We'll see you again soon.